If you're like most people, you've had some sort of shoulder pain, some sort of shoulder injury, whether it's due to a traumatic, falling off your bike, overuse in the gym, maybe just doing the wrong things, whatever it may be, there's a couple things to think about. And I think the biggest one that's overlooked is our scapulas and our shoulder blades, right? And so if you think about our scapulas, they really, it's this joint, it's this virtual joint that has a lot to do with our shoulder range of motion. So I know a lot of folks who concentrate and focus on their shoulder flexibility, whether it's in an overhead position, whether it's trying to get rid of pain, whatever that might look like. A lot has to do with your ability for your shoulder blades to move, and then also the strength of those shoulder blades. There's a couple things you can do, really easy kind of self-assessments. Go ahead and set up a camera and do some scap-only push-ups where your arms are locked out and you're really just trying to move your shoulder blades, your scapulas together and then far apart. And if your scapulas, your shoulder blades don't come together in a fluid fashion and then separate and move with symmetry, then I would really look at including scapular mobility for sure. Also, if there's any sort of winging in your scapula in a front leaning rest, that's definitely something to pay attention to. Our training typically is so focused in overhead pulling, vertical pulling, and a big piece that is missing in most of our designs is this horizontal pulling. And it's really, when you think about horizontal pulling, scapular development, scapular retraction, it's such an important part to shoulder health, shoulder mobility. And so don't ignore those pieces. We take a lot of time and energy to make sure that we're balancing all the pieces out. Spend a lot of time sitting at a desk internally rotated. We have to take time to reverse that. So, the sexy things, whether it's, bench pressing, pull-ups, especially kipping pull-ups, if you don't have the structure for strict pull-ups, is just going to basically, add to this internally rotated position. So definitely mobility is key. Look at your scapular stability and strength and just assess where you're at and really think about those pieces relative to your shoulder. So don't forget about those scapulas.